Hey guys, it's Shaylee. I am so excited to be making another beauty video. I feel like I haven't been making my tutorials near as often anymore, so I love when you guys watch them, comment, so I know you still want to see them. It makes me really happy because I still love doing them even though I wear a lot less makeup day to day. I still love a good glam. So I pulled this 35U palette back out from Morphe. I got this in a previous video in the Ulta haul that I posted, so I'll link that below if you want to check out everything I got. And I already have filmed a get ready with me kind of tutorial with it using the lighter colors in the palette and some glitter liner, so that's really pretty if you're a light eyeshadow girl. But I had a comment asking me to use some of the darker shades, so that's what I did today. But it's still very simple. Like, I kept the rest of the look simple and neutral. There's no liner except like a pencil liner, no lashes, it's just mascara, so very easy. I think it's still extremely wearable, especially for fall, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's just get started. I'm gonna play around with these darker colors in this palette today. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm literally just gonna sit and get ready and play. I already did my eyebrows, as you can see. I already have my eyes primed. So anything, if I don't use it on camera, it'll be in the description box in case you have any questions. My daughter is 10 months old, if you're new around here. I love her. I'm a stay-at-home mom with her though, and I get very just worn out and tired when my husband's gone, because it's not only all day, it's like all the evening, all the morning. I mean, generally I'm with her all morning by myself anyways, but he's a firefighter and so he's working right now. I'm gonna go in with Bare It All, this kind of orangey, like tangerine shade. So yeah, he's been gone 11 days as I'm making this, and I'm just pooped, man. She was teething. Ugh, my poor baby, she's had a temperature. Last night she shit in the bathtub. Like, it's been a week. My mom did watch her for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours on this last Monday, and then my mom is watching her again today because they're about to leave town. They travel, so they're not always in town, and so she's like, I'm gonna watch her again for you before we leave town. And I'm so grateful because I'm getting to make this video and kind of getting to refresh, reset, whatever it was. I just washed my hair, curled it, shaved my legs and under my arms. All that good stuff that I haven't had time to do. I worked out last night though. I'm so happy that I did that. I've been trying to add that into my routine, and that's like what always gets pushed to the side. I might take a walk, but like actual working out. I wanna know, like, what do you guys stick to when it comes to working out? Pilates is always my thing that I've stuck to. I feel like there's never been any other type of working out that I've actually done for an extended period of time besides that. Now I'm going with Dune Buggy, this really pretty burnt orange brown color. It's really hard for me to work out if I don't have like a class. That's why I love Pilates class, but now Golden is taking her naps during that time. So unfortunately, I don't want to like wake her up to go to a workout class. So I'm doing a smoky eye. So I'm taking these colors like all the way in because I'm gonna have a dark color on my lid. If I was doing a more cat eye shape, I would kind of like keep the color. My dog is down here. If you, oh, you can see her. I'm like, if you hear a sound, that's what that is. I would mainly like concentrate it out here and not take as much in here, but I'm taking it all the way in because I want to like blend out the entire lid shade. It's not gonna be a light color, so it'll need to blend out, and it creates a more rounded eye look. So I like to do that on my eyes because they're pretty round. You can obviously do these kinds of colors that I'm gonna do and just do a different shape. I'm gonna go in next with Dawn to Dusk. I think that color is gorgeous. So I didn't talk about the brushes I'm using. Sometimes it's a lot to talk about everything you're doing, but I did the first color with a bigger brush, second color with a smaller brush, and I'm gonna go in with this next. I'll link these down below so you can see the exact brushes. But yeah, basically that's what I do every time. Darker color, smaller brush as you get lower into the crease. And I always blow off my brush when I'm using dark colors because you can always go in with more, but if you go in with way too much, especially because I've never used these colors before, it's like I don't know how they're gonna blend, and you don't want to be too heavy-handed because then it's really hard to fix. Okay, so I've gone back like 3 times and layered this color. So I'll go back with that middle brush and I'll mix those 2 colors I just used. I do that sometimes to blend because it's a little harsh still. So I'll kind of like take a little bit of this, gosh, I'm not in frame, sorry. I'll take a little bit of this Dune Buggy that I was using up higher, the orange, and I'll grab a little of Dawn to Dusk and kind of just marry those 2 colors. And really light pressure, like hold your brush back. Don't be like this, like a pencil, like hold it really far back. That'll give you lighter pressure too. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a lid shade all over my whole eyelid. I'm gonna use Blazing Heat. Gosh, I keep being out of frame because I'm zoomed, this one right here. So when I'm putting on a lid color that's shimmery, I like to kind of concentrate most of it low, and then as I move up, I kind of like pull almost like a wiping motion. So that way I can blend it up into the crease, but you're not like depositing the most color up there because you're wanting it to fade out by the time you get up there anyway. And then I'll just go back with any brush. This is fine, it has nothing on it, and I'll just kind of go like this to make sure that it is nice and blended. Okay, now I'm taking a makeup wipe and I'm just gonna gently kind of wipe anything that fell down. As you can see, there's kind of a lot. See, that's why I do the eyes first. I'm not like wiping right under my eye, I'm leaving it lower because I am gonna shade under here once I do my concealer. You can do it first, but again, I don't know, I just have a certain order I'm comfortable doing things in, and that's how I do it. There's no right or wrong way. My legs are asleep though. Oh, this always happens when I sit on my knees. Oh, it feels so much better. Sorry, you can kind of see my mirror here. I'm gonna do skin now and then go back and do I wanna do liner? I never wear eyeliner anymore, but I feel like, is that boring with all this eyeshadow? Do we need liner? You know what, maybe we'll keep going and we'll just add a little bit of dark powder shadow where liner would be, because I just want this to be easy even though it's kind of a lot of makeup. I don't want it to be hard, and I know eyeliner, I don't like to take the time to do it all the time, so I know a lot of people probably don't either. I'm gonna take a flat definer brush, just a flat skinny brush, and I'm gonna grab this dark chocolatey brown, the very top corner. It's called Sun Seeker, and I'm just going to press this in right at the lash line, so that way we're gonna get a lot of depth right there, but we're not having to put on liner. And I'm kind of only gonna do that from like about where my iris starts over, so I'm not going to take it all the way in because I want to keep that inner corner nice and just shimmery with that shadow, the outer 2/3. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do skin and come back to the eyes. So I'm going to go in with this primer water from Smashbox. I used to use this all the time and I have not used it in a minute, but I brought it back out this week. I feel like I said that weird, and I love it. So I've been using this on camera since literally February. This is pretty much the only foundation I use, and the light reflecting from NARS. So I just want to switch things up. I feel like that's all I've been using. I think I have a good shade for me. This is in Almond, Born This Way by Too Faced. This is out of my makeup kit for doing makeup on other people. So I just grabbed it out of there because I'm like, I'm so tired of just using that NARS one. I do love it, and that's why I've been using it. But I feel like I want to just show you guys like something else. This actually is too dark for me. So I'm gonna mix some of my NARS in there. I'm so sorry. I'm a pale lady and I just don't have the need for a lot of makeup. Like, I just don't wear makeup that much anymore. And when I do, it's just very simple. I've been trying to wear it more often just to feel more put together. But yeah, it's just like I don't go through it, is my point, as quickly as before. So I don't want to buy a bunch of foundations because, as you know, like, those don't last that long. The Born This Way by Too Faced I love. It's a full coverage foundation. I'm putting it on with a beauty sponge that's really wet so that it'll sheer it out, because I don't love a heavy foundation, but you can get just for every day. Obviously if I was like in a wedding I would like that, but you can get a lot fuller coverage if you would like by putting it on with a brush, like stippling it on with the brush. And I also obviously mixed it with my NARS foundation, which is a sheer, it's like a medium coverage, I would say, sheer to medium. So it is gonna also thin it out as well. So before I started doing this tutorial, like I said, my mom has my daughter, and so I try to do like a mixture when Golden's with someone else, even when she's napping. I try to do this, like a mixture of relaxing and fun and resetting and getting some shit done, right? It's like you want to balance that out because you do need rest time, but it's also amazing how much more I can accomplish when she's not here. So I don't want to like just lay around when I have that precious time, you know? So I made myself lunch and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit and watch one episode of this show and then I'm gonna get up and like do stuff. So I watched, have you guys seen Selling Sunset? I love that show. And then they came out with, I think, Selling Miami. I think that's where it was. And I already watched that. I don't remember when that was. I think that was earlier on when I just would sit on the couch a lot with Golden because she slept all the time. But now they have Selling OC. And so I watched an episode of that. I think I'm only on like episode 3 or 4. But it's just like so drama filled. And I love shows that have pretty hair and makeup and outfits that all the girls are wearing, and then it's really cool because it has beautiful homes. That was Rosie again if you hear stuff. So yeah, it's just fun to watch. I love those kind of shows, and plus it's by Adam DeVello, I forget his name, but he made The Hills, which I watched in high school, so I just always feel like his shows have a little bit of that vibe. I don't know. I am using this pink under eye highlighter. They call it a concealer. This is like an airbrush concealer, but it's just a pink. To me, it's like a really thin color corrector. So in the fall, I tend to start wearing a more matte foundation instead of so glowy. I actually really like matte eyeshadow in fall too, which my other like mom look that I'm gonna make sometime next week. Stay tuned. Please subscribe. That is all matte. So this one has shimmer and it's a lot darker. The other one's a lot more wearable. So if you're more of that kind of a girl, stay tuned. That video is coming. I'm trying to do more beauty videos, guys. But I'm just trying to be authentic in it too. It's like I just don't wear it all the time anymore. So it'd be weird for me to just only make beauty videos. I'd run out of ideas, I think, because I'm not wearing it every day like I used to. So this is the translucent setting powder from Hourglass. So this doesn't really add any color or anything like that. Sometimes I use a pink one. This is just translucent. I'm gonna set under our eyes with this so that that pink liquid doesn't move. And again, using a wet sponge, the reason I'm doing this is I feel like it like melts it into your skin and it just looks a little bit more natural instead of a bunch of powder like sitting right on top. I feel like this helps like press it in. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe bronzer that I bought in that same haul. It's that same line as the 35U. I love this brush from MAC, you guys. They make, this one was like a limited edition holiday set. That's why it's short and that's why it's like this coppery color. But they make just like a black handle one of this. And I love this brush. This is called the 140 and it's just great for like quick bronzing like this. You could just throw it on your forehead and then when you get to your cheeks, it's great shape because you can just like wrap it underneath like that. It's so nice and easy. And then I am gonna bronze a ton under here. I have no jawline. I know no one's like on the edge of their seat like, Shaylee, where's your postpartum weight loss update video? I know no one's wondering that, but in case you are like, oh yeah, where have you been on that? Nothing has been changing and I stopped working out and that was the problem. I'm just like chilling at 140. I got down to like 137, but then some days I'm like 140, so I don't know. I'm really trying to count my calories lately. I just started that this week with a friend and I'm trying to work out again. And so I do feel like I'm gonna see a shift soon. It's just about consistency and that's something that's hard for me sometimes, so I gotta be consistent. I did the very light orange, then the mid-tone brown, and then the dark red. I'm gonna wrap it the same way around the bottom. So I'm gonna go in with this light orange. This is a MAC 217, or actually it's a Morphe M433 brush. Just a really good blending brush. Keeps it nice and fluffy. Blended all the way into the inner corner. And if you ever feel like you start, you know, not having that shape you want right here, sorry, I'm kind of off to the side, just take like a plain brush and just kind of go through and soften that. Like if it's, because sometimes it'll start pulling down, so I'll have to like lift that back up again. Dune Buggy. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that flat definer brush that I used to do our light eyeliner, Dawn Till Dusk, our lower crease red shade, and I'm gonna press that up against the lash line all the way in. I feel like this look is gonna look so pretty if you have green eyes, all these warm colors. Okay, now I'm gonna take my blending brush I was using before with nothing on it and just kind of soften that line. I just was pressing that shadow. I wasn't like blending it. Do I want to do liner on the bottom? I feel like Costa Riche is just so perfect for fall. I don't know how this is gonna look because a lot of times if I do liner in the waterline, I will do lashes on top and I don't feel like doing all of that. So I might wipe this off, but just to show you, Costa Riche is so pretty and it's just like a warm chocolate brown. I'm gonna tight line too, like do it up here. Sorry if I grossed anyone out by doing that. So let's do our lips. I'm gonna keep it neutral, like I said, because we have a lot going on with our eyes. We don't even have blush on yet. I'm going to use Strip Down, or no, this is Subculture. That's what I was gonna say. This is called Subculture, and it's a very light brown nude. I'm really fair. If you are like a medium skin tone or darker, you can use Strip Down, which is a darker nude. I like to smile. I know it looks silly, but if you think about it, that's what you're typically doing, hopefully, during the day. So you want to smile, especially in photos. Smile for symmetry, you know, make sure everything's even. And then I'm going to be using Velvet Teddy, which is, again, like a matte nude. So I'm gonna go with this like yellow tone. This is called Diffused Light. These are the ambient lighting powders. I know these are expensive, so not everyone's gonna wanna buy these, which is fine. Just take like, I just like it because it adds a little bit of glow. As I was saying, I like to keep more of a matte skin. It's so funny because it's like, I do, but I don't because I don't want it to look dry. This isn't glowy. It's not like a highlighter. We're not putting on highlighter today. I'm not going to. You can obviously do whatever, like I said, but this just adds like a Photoshop, almost like just filter over your skin. I feel like it looks really nice. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna throw in my brow gel. I've been using this stronger brow gel. This is by Anastasia, but it's different than her regular one that comes in a tube. It's like a wax. I have spoolies that are disposable, and that's what I use to apply this. I just, a little bit goes a long way. I dab it in there, and then I will go through and lightly like brush it through because a little goes a long way. It's like strong. I already put on Dip Brow pomade by her. That's what all those little hair strokes are, but I love making a brow look uplifted and messy like that. So that's what this is great for. The other one is a great brow gel, like her tube one, but it's not as strong. So it's good at holding them in place where they already are, but if you want to like make them go a different direction than they naturally go, like more up, this is definitely going to help you do that. Sometimes I'm like, is it too much? I kind of want to leave it. I kind of like them messy like that. We need mascara. I kept looking at myself like, what looks so weird? I'm using my favorite lash curler of all time by Shiseido. I'll put on blush while I'm letting that dry. So part of me wants to keep the blush matte because we already have shimmer on our lid, but the other part of me wants to use MAC Margin, which is a shimmery blush right here. So I think I'm gonna do shimmer because that just sounds fun. First, I'm gonna go in with this orange color. It's called Bliss from Makeup Geek. I don't know if Makeup Geek is still around. I feel like she was either selling it or closing it down, so I don't know, but it's very similar to NARS. Gosh dang it, what is that called? Is it Torrid? It's just like a light orange. Very lightly. And then I'm gonna go in with MAC Margin now and smile, and I'm gonna hit back here with that. You can even connect your eyeshadow to it. I like a lot of blush, so it doesn't look, it looks like I need color in the monitor, like I look like a ghost, but hopefully when I edit this, I'm not like, Jesus, Shaylee, you have too much blush on, because that happens actually a lot when I'm editing. Things look different in the camera than they do in real life. Okay, so I'm gonna curl my lashes. It's so essential, curling your lashes, when, especially if you're not gonna wear fake lashes, you really want, like a strip lash, you really want your own lashes to be amazing. I'm gonna use this brown mascara on bottom. This is from L'Oreal. Just so it's a little softer, and then I'll use black on top. Hi, Ellie Bear. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Hi, baby. I love you. I'm gonna go in with 2 mascaras because I love doing that. First, I'm gonna hit my lashes with Extended Play from MAC. This is the Perm Me Up one, so it's a curved brush. This is very defining, so that's what it's gonna do here, and curl. And then the next mascara I use is more thickening, volumizing. So in the same way that I said I'm creating a round shape with the eyeshadow, you can do that with your lashes too. Like you can wing them all out so they're more of like a fox looking eye, or like cat eye, fox eye, whatever. Or you can just pull them out from where they grow. So like up in the middle, out in the inner corner, like the opposite way, out over here. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with Falsies mascara from Maybelline. Thicken these babies up. This is also a rounded brush, which I like. I'm like staring at myself like, is there anything else? I think that's all. We need some setting spray maybe. I'm gonna use this Coconut Bliss setting mist from Morphe. I like this because it smells like coconut, which is delicious, but it's like that same formula. And it sprays out nice and like aggressive, which I like. But it's a skin finish. It's not like a matte or a glow. It just kind of keeps it wherever it was. All right, you guys, there is my fall makeup using the 35U Gilded Desert palette from Morphe, living in the warmer, darker shades in the palette, this corner up here. I really want to do more looks with this because I really have been using it every day. I know I said I'm pretty minimal, and I am, but I've been grabbing this palette every single day, and I went through a period where I didn't even wear eyeshadow. So the fact that I'm taking the time to put it on every day makes me feel like, yes, you really do like it, Shaylee. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna definitely make one more tutorial with this palette. If you have any other requests with that palette, please let me know. I would love to do many more looks if I can, if I have time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial. Please tag me on Instagram if you do this makeup and you post a picture or a story or something. I would love to see it so much. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.